All right. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Today is March 2nd, 2022. And today's drawing I'm going to do. Oh, let me get the camera on. I always just start with the iPad on the screen there. I don't like to jump right in with my mug on the screen there. Let me bring it up here and I will show you what I'm drawing for today. I'll bring it up here. It's going to be hard to see because I have a green screen behind me, so it's kind of blending it in. Let me see if I can do it like this. It's a Lego elf. This is one of the Lego minifigures. I don't remember what series this one was from. Excuse me, but it came with a little teddy bear toy, which he's holding, and it came with a little present. So that's what's going to be on the agenda today. I know I drew a Santa Claus Lego character a while ago. There's another one or two Christmas ones that I have, but today we're going to do the elf. The other ones, I don't want to spoil them. You'll see those when I get to them. Eventually I'll do them. Might be one of the live shows, or it could just be one that I put up on the daily art feed. But for today, we're going to do the Lego Elf minifigure. Again, I don't remember what series, but all right, we'll get set up here. Go to Sketch. Okay. So I'm going to be looking at the minifigure here as best as I could. Now the Lego minifigure here for the elf, I believe it's one of the it's one of the body types that Lego uses for kids, where they don't put the actual waist on them. Let me take the minifigure off here. So if you know what I mean, like on a Lego figure, usually the legs could bend, but on a little kid, and apparently on the elves, they don't use that model. They use the little kid model, and those legs don't bend. So it actually is missing a little section from the minifigure. Now I thought when I saw this elf minifigure that would be awesome if they did a Legend of Zelda themed Lego set. If they did that, I would have to make that a purchase. Self doesn't really have too pointy of a hat. He kind of looks like a a baby bottle nipple. We'll just leave it. And then you got your classic Lego minifigure set of eyes here. I have a pretty decent collection of Lego minifigures, and like I said, for a while, I like to collect like anything holiday related. So for a while, I was just going with the holiday related ones, but then they started coming out with some really weird ones that I had to get my hands on. Like I have a guy dressed up in a hot dog costume. Some of them don't make sense at all, but that's the beauty of it. We'll fill in some of the details a little bit later there. So got your Lego head there. Then all Lego minifigure bodies. You got your what is that? It's not a parallelogram. What is that one called? I don't remember. All Lego hands are the old claspers here. Now this one, the way I have him set up here, he's holding the teddy bear's hand, so I might as well just draw it the same way that I have it here. Probably put that on backwards. Sometimes when I'm building them, I end up putting the hands on backwards. You wouldn't think there'd be a right way or a wrong way, but there is. All right, then for the Lego legs, since this is one of the kid ones, like I said, they're missing that centerpiece, so they got the short, stubbier legs. Some of the detailing on his shirt here. So again, if you're watching this, I'm always up for suggestions. If there's something you guys have an idea that you'd like to see me draw or tackle, you could always message me on Instagram or wherever you see my stuff, and make a suggestion there, because doing this on the daily, kind of run out of ideas myself, and I don't want to always seem like I'm doing the same thing. All right, I'm going to put the base plate on here just because all Lego minifigures come with a base plate to stand on. I have all my Lego minifigures displayed in a display box with little windows, and what I did was I glued a backer plate to the back of it, and I just stuck all the Lego minifigures on there. Because there's a way you could stick them with the back. Turned out pretty cool. All right, so now this Lego teddy bear, it's not really like a Lego figure. It's actually got a lot of roundness to it, which is kind of weird for a Lego. Apparently I was on erase there. But yeah, usually Legos like the elf's body there are really square and have sharp edges, but this teddy bear is different. Doesn't really have any bendable legs or anything there. It's all just kind of one big mold, but for some reason he is wearing a bow tie. So we'll add that in there. And then the present, again, that's just let me bring it up here. When you assemble them, it's actually just, this is two pieces of a Lego. You just have your regular red Lego brick and then a flat brick with the top on it. So there's your Lego present. So I'll just set that off on the side here because I don't have that on his pedestal thingy. I'll put it like this in the front. I might as well draw where it connects since it is a Lego. Then we'll draw the bow on the top. Then we'll go to the inking phase and coloring. Seems like it's going to be a quick one today. So that looks like your basic sketch for the elf. So now we're going to add the layer and go with the inking. Yesterday I did the daily drawing, and I think I was using syrup. But the other day I used one. I was trying to go with like more of like a colored pencil or crayon type of thing, but I don't know. I always prefer this. It's very cartoony looking. Oh, apparently I left off doing a large area here. I do prefer this more of a cartoony look, but I might have this set a little too big, but we'll shrink it down. Maybe we'll leave his hat that size. Let me see. Yeah, that'll work. I can't tell if this elf just has a one big gap in between his teeth. It's kind of weird, but I guess that's the way it looks. All right. Now we'll go on to the body here. Still have not thought of the name of that shape. Again, not a parallelogram, because those two sides would hit, so I don't remember what it is. I know I'll think of it as soon as I disconnect the live here. Now, another thing you could do when you're drawing in Procreate, if you don't want your pencil lines to be so dark, let me show you here. I could go to the pencil layer and you can change the opacity of it to really lighten it up. You could do the same thing with your any layer. You can make them clear if you're doing like animation, because you could do some small animations on here, like that waiting screen at the beginning. If it's animated when you're waiting for me to log in, I did that on here, and with that being animated, it's called an onion layer. You could do it like that, so you could see all the layers of your animation. It's actually pretty neat. I never really dove too much into the animation on here, but I think it would be pretty cool. Now, even though these are Legos, they're hard plastic. I can't leave everything looking too hard and plasticky in the drawing, so I'm gonna definitely come back and do maybe some little hairs coming off of this bear or something like that. This bear's got some big feet, but that's the way they are on the minifigure. All right, we'll draw. Let's do this outfit here. It's very Buddy the Elf like. All right, now his collar. Can't really see what the design is on that. It looks like it might be. I mean, it's like kind of like a gold leaf type of design. So we'll figure that out in a minute. I'll draw his base here. I have to draw part of the stand being the Lego thing there, and then we'll do this present. Then we could do the inking or the color layer. All right. There's all of our inking. I'm going to get rid of the pencil, reference this layer, add a color layer, and now we'll start adding some color to this thing. So, typical elf fashion, he's in a classic green. So we're going to drop fill green everywhere here. Then I'll come in with the gold foil thing and figure out where that all goes. All right, so apparently I left something open there and I see it. So we'll go back to the reference layer and fill it in. I believe it's this little corner right there. We'll go back to the color layer and see if that fixed it. Yep. All right. Now, every Lego minifigure gets its yellow color. One thing I hate when I'm drawing in Procreate, every once in a while, if I don't zoom in really close when I'm filling, I'll drop the color on the outline. And when you do that, let me show you what happens. I'll do it on his shirt. So anything that this is connected to, see how it outlines everything. It's kind of hard to see on the computer. But if I zoom in, you can see it. It outlined everything in yellow. And you definitely don't want that. All right. Looks like all of the yellow there. I can't really do like a gold-ish, so I don't really have a brush that makes it look like glittery or something, so we'll just go to this color a little bit more. Fill in the buttons here. And then again, I can't see what that design is, so I'm just going to do swirls. Looks close enough to me. We'll fill this in. The inside of that's black for whatever reason, because the belt's brown. Yeah, that's weird to me. On the minifigure, it's black and then brown. I'm just going to do it brown. Makes more sense. All right. And while we're on brown, we'll head over here to the bear. Hit up all of his parts. Got a bit of a tan tummy, black nose, red bow tie. All right. Now, what I don't like to do, since I outlined the everything in black, I don't like to fill a huge black area just because to me it looks really weird. So I just go with like a grayish tone and I fill it in. That way you can still see my outline that's done in black. Because I always feel if I do black, solid black, you lose like all the outlines there, and I don't like the way that looks. So we'll go back to our red. We'll do a little bit of a deeper red. We'll fill the box in. Then we'll do the ribbon. Do some shading and some highlights, and then a couple of little hairs and miscellaneous junk, and then we'll be done with the drawing today. It's going pretty quick. All right, that's not going to work. I need that to be red. So let me just do this by hand here. Cuz I need that little piece there to be red, and I didn't close the line in all the way. So I'll just come in here and do it by hand. No big deal. All right. That looks good there. Then I'm going to add another layer, do some shadowing. We'll lighten the opacity up. Now, Legos are extremely shiny, but we'll do some of the shadows first here. Now, in my head, like I just put those two shadow lines under the collar. It's a flat Lego. There would not be a shadow line there. But I think it just gives it more depth just as it's like thinking that it's like a real character. I mean, technically that wouldn't be there. I mean, I guess while I'm doing that, I might as well add a couple to him. All right, we'll do the present while we're here. We'll do this whole side one pass, then I'll do another little one under that. Then this side I'll just get one pass here. Maybe a tiny one. Oh, that bow part messed up again. I must have went back on accident. All right, we got to change that. Let's go back to the color layer and fill that in. I don't know when that happened. No, I'm curious. I'll have to watch the video back so I could see when that happened. All right, back to our shading here. So now the teddy bear. I just thought of something. Around his mouth, it's tan color, not the brown. I have to do it by hand. I must have left it open. All right, easy fix. All right, back to our shadow layer. Then we'll do some highlights. Add a couple of little lines, and that's it. Again, even if you're not watching this live, if you catch it at a later point, contact me. Let me know any ideas you have, stuff you'd like to see. I'm going to go to highlights now. I'm going to give this guy a couple on his hat. He already has the one in his eye. Basically any of the high points here. A couple on the teddy bear. Probably across the top of his foot. Kind of helps that I have the reference here. Hey, no problem. Thanks for joining. Always appreciated. Add a little bit of a highlight to here. If you are interested, you could always catch it. It stays on Twitch for, I don't even remember how long, but then I always post them over on YouTube. Add a little bit to the base plate here. And then I think for added effect, we'll hit this up with a little brighter highlight right there. And right there. All right, that'll take care of the highlights. Now I'm going back to the reference layer, and I'm going to just add a little bit of junk to him. Always got to draw the old face wrinkles. I won't do too much. We'll keep it pretty simple today. This teddy bear definitely had to get sewn up at some point there. Couple wrinkles on the gift. Now for the background. Oh, you know what? Let's give him a bit of a crack on his tooth. Probably munching too much on peppermints. All right. I'm going to go to the color layer real quick, and I'm going to fill his teeth in white because I want to do something with the background, and if I don't do this, it'll change the color of his teeth. So I think everything else that was white I got, with exception of the pupils, I think. But what we could do, if you go to the background color, you could select this and change the color, and it'll just automatically change the whole background. You don't have to fill anything. So I'm thinking to contrast the green elfness, I'm wondering if I should do... I've been doing a lot of purples lately. Let's see. Let's see what looks good with this guy. Yeah, I could see the pupils are changing color there, so I could fix that real quick. Let's go in the pink area here, and then I think I'm going to splatter some purple around in there. But what I'm going to do is go back to the color layer and fill in those pupils because you don't want those colored pupils like that. All right, that should take care of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer, but I'm going to put it behind everything. So then when I do the splatter effect here, it won't affect the picture at all. So let's see, we'll go spray paints, splatter. Let's see how this looks. All right, it's pretty light. Just kind of gives it like a marbly look and a little paint splatter. But I think I'm going to do a white and tone it down just a little bit, just to add a different color to the background. And then I might do one large drip. I might do him. Let's see. Just experiment here. These look like I got them pretty small. We'll do one up there. I should look for some other drippy type brushes like that. I do enjoy it. It looks pretty nice. But I think that's about going to do it. I'll leave it on this color. I'll sign it. The other day I used a calligraphy pen. Makes the drawing so smooth. It like, see how it just smoothed that out no matter how sloppy you draw it. All right, so we'll draw signature. Today is the 2nd. And that is the drawing for today. I'll zoom out. So I'm constantly trying to think about what I could do with these drawings. I've been saving them. They're all high-res images, so I'm going to do something with them. Maybe put them up somewhere, be able to download them, print them, or maybe make some stickers or something with them. I have no idea yet. But that'll do it for today. Let me zoom in here, give you a little sneak peek. I'll put the elf back on camera here in real-time elf. Let me get the camera up here. Again, hard to see because I got a green screen going on, but there's the elf for comparison. So I hope you enjoyed this episode again. If you did, go on Instagram. You can follow me over there at Ague Designs. You can go to my coffee page, ko-fi.com/Ague Designs, and make sure you check my Instagram daily, posting daily artwork over there. And until next week, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.